Hello everyone, this is Mohammed Sadiq. So in this particular session, we will learn about tree map. See, when I talk about a tree map is a chart which displays the data in the form of a rectangle boxes. Now this rectangle boxes, based on the size of the rectangle boxes and the arrangement, we can easily compare the each distinct values of the dimensions in which position they stand. Okay. And this particular chart is very useful when you're displaying some hierarchical data. Let us practically look into how exactly we work with this particular chart. Now, I've opened my Power BI desktop. So we are using the sample superstore data. So to create this particular tree map, I'm just hitting on this particular tree map from this particular visual. So as soon as you select this particular tree map, so we can see this particular visuals contains a collection of rectangle boxes. Okay, and in this one we can see we have a category, details, and the values. We'll look into this. So generally when I talk about the values are going to be a measurable value. Say example, I want to display the sales or profit, we can select it. I will add the sales. So I want to see the sales data into the values. So it has filled the complete sales because I have not given any dimension. Let me add a dimension here. So since here it is preferred you go with the hierarchical data. So we'll select the location. We have a region contains the states, state contains the cities, and same thing. So we'll go for the region. Okay, so I'm selecting the region into the category. As soon as I select the region into the category, you can see we have a rectangle boxes for all the regions here. And we see that, okay, we have the box which is on the left, and the topmost is the kind of a highest valued, and below one is the second highest. Okay, arrangement is like top down and left to right. So we see that west has done the highest sales, then is your east, then is your central region, and the south region respectively. So this is how we see the sales may highest leader is west region. Now region contains a states. So let me go with this particular diagram. Let me add another dimension here, that is the second level of the level. So that is, I will add the state. I'll add a state. So when I include the state here, so as soon as we include this particular states, so we can observe here is we have got a drill option here. So we can see in this particular thing. So we have got this particular drill option because we have two levels of hierarchies. We have a region and we have a state. Now, right now it is showing the top level. So where that is a state wise. So we see that west has done the highest sales, and we'll say east has done the second highest sales. Now what I want is, I want to display this particular data based on the state wise. So what I do, we have this particular drill, go to the next level in the hierarchy. Second level is the state. So here we can see that state wise how the sales have happened. Okay, so we see that California has done the highest sales. So we see that it has the biggest rectangle box and it has been arranged in the top left. Then in the bottom below, immediately below that, we have the New York, which is slightly smaller. So that means the second highest is New York. Okay, and we have a Texas and so on. Good. Now what I want is, this California, we know that it belongs to West region. New York, we know that it does belong to East region. But I want this chart to represent, telling that, okay, the West region, from the West region, California has done the highest sales. From the East region, okay, New York has the second highest sales. Texas, it is from the central. Okay, I want to see from which region, which state, where exactly they stand. So in that case, what you can do is, I can drill with the hierarchical. So that is, expand all down with the one hierarchical. That means it shows the top level as well as the second level. So where we can see that West region, California is the top leader in the sales. East region, New York is the second highest. Central region, Texas is the third highest. West region, Washington is the fourth highest. Is something like this. We are able to see this information. So we can see all the states and where exactly they stand. Fine, clear. So now we have a many states. And if I present it, we can see we have a lot of states which has a minimum values and things. Now what I want is, we know that each state contains some set of, each region contains some set of states. Now I want to display, okay, first hierarchy is the region, which region has done the highest performance, second highest, and so on. And within the each region, I want the only respective states to be displayed. I wanted something like that. So what I will do is I'll just go to this particular visual, build my visual. I'll remove the state from the category. I'll remove the state from the category. So we are able to see the region wise sales. And we have a detail section. So you can see the second section here, detail. In the detail section, I will include the state. Where is my state here? Good. I'll include the state. As soon as I include the state within the detail section, now you can see you're getting a complete hierarchical data. So one is, okay, it is showing what you call it as the west region is the top leader. We can see all this light blue color is the west region, dark blue color is the east region. So this is the central region and the west region. So we see that the west region is the leader in the sales. They have done the highest sales. But in the west region, state-wise contribution. So when you see here, the California has contributed more than 50% of the sales by the California alone has contributed. Okay, so highest sales is given by the California alone in the west region. And then we have a Washington. I can say it's more than 50%, almost 60%, more than 60% of the sales is being done by the California alone in the west region. And again, when you talk about Washington, they have done a big sale here. Again, around 20%, I can say. So I can say 80%, 80 to 85% is done by the California and Washington. Remaining 10 to 15% is like Colorado, Oregon, Nevada, Arizona. They have contributed the sales. Now, when you see the status of the East, in the East region, New York has done the highest sales. We see almost like around 40% of the sales is done by the New York itself, is a top leader. Same thing when you see in the central region, Texas has done the highest sales. South region, Florida has done the highest sales. So we are able to analyze it in this particular way with the help of the tree map. So this is what is your tree map. So where I'm able to see two information here, which is the top leading region. So in the sales, West is the top leading. And within that, we are able to see each state wise how they have been contributed. So we are able to get this info. Now you want to display the numbers next to this. So what is that we do? I'll just go to the format here and I'll say I want to display the data labels. Fine. We are, as soon as we select the data labels here, it shows me what is the sales value. I want to format this data labels. So what is that I do? I just hit on this format. I go to the data labels. Okay. Sorry, I'll just expand this data labels here and I'll just say what is the size you want. Instead of 9, I say I want as 10. Okay, and I want to display decimals. I'll make it as 0. I don't want the decimal. So we can see almost 4,58,000 is from the California, 139K, that is almost 1,40,000 from the Washington in the West region has been contributed from whatever it is. So we are able to see this. Okay, so this is about your tree map. So